Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a business that's doing $1.3 million a month in sales. And this is the perfect business for a beginner to get into. If you've been struggling with a winning product, you haven't been able to validate a really good one, you're not sure if the product that you're going to sell has a strong demand. If you've been facing those issues, this is a really good one. And this is a trend that I've been seeing steadily increase. More and more shops are selling it, and more people are making money. Also, we're not just going to go ahead and list this product on a Shopify store and hopefully make some money. That's not what we're going to do here. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and actually duplicate this entire business and run it exactly like a 7-figure business. All right. So we're not going to just, list a product, test and see if it works. No, if we launch this store, we're going to know that it has the highest possible chance of working. Okay, so this is a crazy video. We're going to get into it. If at any point in this video I gave you any sort of value, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me out, and it tells me what type of content you guys want to see. So without further ado, what is this product? The product that we're talking about is a pheromone cologne. Now, this is for those of you who regularly watch the channel. Remember a few days ago, I released a video of somebody who was scamming people, or it looked like a little bit of a scam where he was selling a $1 product. Even he was doing it with this particular product. Now, this is definitely not a scam. These guys have cornered the market, and they've been selling this perfume that is, the promise is just so big. So whenever you're selling a product, you got to think about what the offer is and what the promise is. In this, they're selling attraction. They're literally selling hypnosis. Okay, they're selling, if you go ahead and spray this on, you're going to attract your partner more and more, which is obviously something that most men want. And you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to get a hair transplant. You don't have to get your teeth whitened. You don't have to have a six-pack. You don't even need a ton of money. All you need is to spray something like this on your body, and you're going to start attracting your partner more and more. Now, why wouldn't somebody who has some issues in this area buy this? Okay. And this, to me, I want to talk about this a little bit in the video. Is there are some niches that will always make money. Okay. This niche, the attraction niche, okay, the relationship niche, whatever you sell in this particular business will make money. A little while ago, there was somebody who made 8 to 9 figures in revenue selling a chocolate that will, when you and your partner eat it, you will have more attraction for one another. Now, he combined two different aspects of e-commerce, right? He combined the chocolate industry with the attraction industry and made a buttload of money. And then since then, a bunch of businesses have gone ahead and tried to do the same. This is another one. Okay, now this is not a new product by any means. It's been around for years and years and years. It's just now being marketed well. It's coming into the limelight a little bit, and it's coming in trend a little bit where people are more accepting of it. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to see obviously the amount of sales that's being made. We're going to look at the supplier. The supplier cost is so freaking low. You can sell it for so much more money. We're going to also study the ads. In this business, if you're starting it, there are two really, really important things. Because the product, the sourcing, all of that is easy. Okay, all of that is easy. What's really important, guys, is how you advertise the product. Okay, because this is going to go ahead and take a lot. I mean, look at this. All right, this is exactly what you're selling. You're selling the fact that you become so irresistible that it is a certainty that you will get what you want. Okay. Now I'm going to have to be careful with my words, but you guys understand that that's the type of marketing that you're going to need to invest in. Okay. Like even if you go ahead, like look at this warning, makes ex-girlfriends lose control. Okay. Now, the reason this again, there's so many pluses in here. Is okay, there are certain types of ads I would avoid, like this one, okay, because you're gonna get flagged, banned, I don't know what. But this type of ad, where someone's like hugging the other person, the other person is completely nonchalant, and there's a warning sign, there's like AI tools that will make this very, very easily. Not with the new ChatGPT update, but I'm sure that there are image AI tools that will make this, okay? There are ads like this, where someone is walking, right? They're like, hey, there's fake ones, and then there's real ones, okay, that you can buy, okay? And then basically it's like, okay, you spray it on, okay? And then, hold on, where is it? You spray it on, there's chemistry, there's attraction, they're gonna wanna lean in closer, they're gonna wanna stay around. So so they're really marketing to people that are already selling. It's like, hey, don't buy the other fake ones, buy ours. You should run the same ad. But towards the end of the ad, what we saw, right, is it's like, okay, even look at this ad. Think $5 can make her crave you, okay? Double. So that's basically they're taking shots at those people that are trying to sell these pheromone colognes for cheap, okay? But they're like, hey, the real ones are made by scientists with 20 years of research. One spray lasts 6 to 8 hours and make her lean in without you saying a word. For me, I would more so focus on the lean in without you saying a word, and that's it. That's the angle. And they have been running so many freaking ads. 1,000 results, 1,000 active ads. So my sort of formula is correct. I think a good measure of sales being generated is the number of active ads into 100 is probably what you would see in terms of sales. So 1,000 results to 1.3 million, that makes a lot more sense to me. Okay, that makes a lot more sense to me. So in anything that we look at, science's most underrated weapon for men. So okay, now let's get back to why I like this business. I like this business because easy to advertise, easy to source, right? If we look at the supplier over here, really easy to source. We found one that makes it super easy, and it looks like the original as well, and it's for $1, okay? And I know this is the welcome deal or whatever, but when we go ahead and maybe even if it's 18, right? If we go ahead and sell it, we can go ahead and sell it for $50. Okay, we can go ahead and sell it for $50. So that's the beauty of this. Hold on, let me just turn off this ad blocker. Let me go ahead and okay, you can sell it. We can sell one bottle for $59.99. So now we know, okay, the promise is amazing, the product is easy to source. The only step left is how we're going to sell it. Now, if you look at all of their advertising, okay, if I click here, I'm being taken to custom design funnels. Okay, it doesn't matter where I'm clicking. I'm either being taken to an article style page, 7 reasons why you need to purchase this, or I'm being taken to this page. Now, through my studying, they're using this page more than anything. They are testing a bunch of different funnels, but they're using this page more than anything. And why is this page important? This page is important for a number of different reasons. First off, it masks, it's like they're pretending to be a store, okay? Because they have the images here, text here, and a button here. They look like any other Shopify store, but they're really not. They're hiding behind they're trying to make you feel comfortable while selling to you. That's the best way to say it, okay? Because if I open up any random Shopify store, which I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to Shopify themes. I'm doing it on another screen, so that's probably why it's not going to show, okay? But give me a second. Let me actually open it up. So like I just opened up a random Shopify theme, right? It's very, very similar, right? There is image here, right? Image here. There's text here, there's a big headline, text, button, right? It's very, very similar to a normal Shopify store, so you feel comfortable. But the genius is the fact that they're not like any other store. They've not said over here the product name like Cupid's pheromone cologne. No. Instead of putting in the product name, they know that when somebody lands here, they don't have a lot of time to go ahead and get the sale. So if they just put in the product name, a little bit of the description and the price, what the person is doing is they're looking at the bottle, they're comparing it with the $59, and they're probably going to bounce. Okay. Yes, this ad is amazing. And it's gotten the click. It did the job of getting the click, which is the job of the ad. But the job of the page is to convert. And unfortunately, pages like the ones I just showed you, where they have a product name, a price, and an image, they're no longer enough to get somebody who's never heard of you, or who's never discovered who you are, who doesn't know, like, trust you, to go ahead and purchase from you. That used to be the case 10, 15 years ago when dropshipping was new, and just the fact that you had a website was enough to convince somebody to purchase from you. Things have changed, but people haven't changed the way that they sell it. Now, this is an example of a 7-figure store and how they're doing it. So it's our job and our duty to learn from them. Okay. So this is the image. Over here, they've used this screen real estate to go ahead and deliver a headline. Turn heads and ignite her desire with 2 sprays of this pheromone cologne. Very easy, very simple, what it is and what it does. It increases your pheromone levels, you smell irresistible, it's infused with their patented formula and developed by experts with 20 years of research. And over here, instead of saying the price, they're like, hey, get 50% off today. So what have they done with the very little screen real estate that they have? Image, headline, positioning points, and offer. Whereas most Shopify dropshipping people, they have image, product name, price, and then they lose the sale. Let's go down. Then you have a really good as seen on section. Then you have this, the shift you'll experience. Feel the impact in how women perceive you. Confidence, pulls her in, get noticed. Then, John 500,000 men using hypnosis to spark attention. Okay, value, regular colognes, benefits, pheromone effectiveness. These are all the different testimonials inside each of these. People that like the scent, people that find value, people comparing it to regular colognes, the benefits, the pheromone effectiveness. Then there's testimonials of users. Then you have the secret chemical that drives her crazy. And that's honestly what you're selling. You're selling, you don't have to do anything, just spray this and you will attract your partner. How are we different? So us versus other pheromone fragrances versus other luxury fragrances. Why we are the only choice. Then, what is this patented formula that we have, right? Then, try it risk-free for 30 days. Hurry and up your game with Cupids, okay? And then you have all of this, okay? And then get 50% discount. So when you click 50% discount, right, you go here, then you're taken to the checkout page. And even on the checkout page, they're very, very smart, okay? They're like, hey, you can buy one for $59.99, or you buy 2, get 1 free for $39.95, which is $120, or you buy 3 and get 2 free, which is $179. So you pick how you want to do this. You have some testimonials here and this. Now, why is even this is really important, guys? Over here, they're not taking you to an add to cart page. Then you decide how many products you want. You're messing around with 2, 3, 4. No, they've made purchasing very simple, where they give you spelled out options. How many do you want? Which ones do you want? Okay, you select the one that you want, and then boom, you check out. Okay, and it's very simple. You put in your information here, and you have an order bump. Hey, do you want priority shipping? Okay, you can add that as well. Complete purchase. And they have customer reviews here. So all of this is built in, and this very tight 2-step process is responsible for $1.3 million in sales, or a simple 2-step process. Okay, most people overcomplicate e-commerce, overcomplicate dropshipping, or oversimplify. They're either too simple with basically this and a button, and they think they can sell it, or they overcomplicate it with putting a lot of information in, making their page like some Apple level e-commerce page, and then wondering why didn't you sell. No, you got to find that middle ground, because you don't have too much attention, and if you position the product in the wrong manner, you're not going to get sales. So this to me is that perfect middle ground. Okay, Now, moving on to the most important part of this whole video is if I needed to sell this particular product, what would I do and how would I sell it? So if you guys don't know this about me, over the last 10 years, I've been obsessed with funnels, product pages, and e-commerce designs to the point where I started collecting the best funnels ever made. Okay. And I have a collection of, now we're crossing that $70, $80 mark of businesses that I have. And the reason that I do this, the reason that I have all of these pages is because I don't want to be stuck when I'm launching. When I want to launch a product, number one, I want to have the greatest collection of e-commerce businesses ever built, online, assembled. And the second thing is, when I want to launch this product, I don't want to launch it in any manner that's different to the original person, because these guys have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars testing lots and lots of different ad angles, marketing angles, website angles, funnels, and they've arrived at this page that they're currently testing with over 1,000 ads that works. Why would I ever change what made them successful? So this is what I do. I build exact same landing pages as the original, okay? And I just swap out their product for my product. So if you guys can see this, right? You'll see. And yesterday I even made a video of how I made these images. All right. So exactly what I would do in this situation to launch is I would just make the same particular funnel, and that's it. We know how easy it is to launch these ads. Okay. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to make these ads for you. Okay. We know how easy it is to source the product. We have all of the research here. Okay. Now, the only thing that confuses people is the tech behind setting up your own page that looks exactly like the original. And that's where we come in. What we allow people to do is we basically build out stores exactly like the 6 and 7 figure stores, but we swap them out with our products. We do make slight changes on the copy as well. So we create safe to use versions, and essentially we give you a business that all that's left is you attaching your logo. You attach your logo to this business and you launch it as your own. Everything for you has been done. Literally every single element of this has been created. And we do this on a software called ShopFunnels. So ShopFunnels.net is a software that creates e-commerce shops and funnels. It's basically like Shopify, but a lot better when it comes to page design. Now, what you could do is you could go ahead and sell on this platform itself, because it allows you to add products, we've already done it. You can just honestly go ahead and use this to sell your products, sell your fulfillment, everything. You can sell your products here, you can fulfill here, you can do all of it here, or you can just connect it to your Shopify store. So the page lives here, and then when somebody clicks here, they can go to the Shopify store. However you want to do it is completely fine, but this is exactly what I would do. And as you guys can see, it is a beautiful, beautiful store that has been modeled. And again, I worked on the store a lot, so I have like a very personal connection to it. I was up yesterday just finishing this up, but as you guys can see, very, very, very close to the original. Again, and in a lot of cases, we make it better because we obviously know a lot about what's going on. So we make it a lot better as well. Okay. So this is the entire store that's built and ready for you to launch. Okay. So if you are interested in launching this product, there are two options that you have. Number one is you hire a developer, or you learn how to build funnels and websites and go ahead and recreate this entire page, or you join white label dropshipping, where you have this collection of stores. Where did it go? This collection of stores that's all ready for you to launch. You can preview it, you can download the white label, and in a second, it gets loaded up into your account. If you want, you can make changes. Let me show you how. Again, I'm just going to download the white label. I'm going to log into my ShopFunnels account. And in a second, I'm just going to add it to my existing project. And in a second, it's loaded into my account. Now I can go ahead and change this to whatever if I wanted to, but honestly, it is meant to work right out the box. The only thing that's left for you to do is add your logo to it and launch this business as your own. Okay. And towards the end, if you click here and if you go into the link from here, or if you got the white label itself, you can just go from here. You have access to all of the research, the supplier links, the customer avatar, the Facebook ad training, the CBO training, the ad angles that I would use. All of that is in here. Okay. And everything is essentially done for you. All that's left for you is to add your logo, but we do take it a step further, because after I started giving a lot of people the exact funnel to launch, people started asking me, Ali, if you could make the funnels, can you make the ads as well? And yeah, we can. So inside white label dropshipping, where you get all of these ready to launch stores, you also have weekly calls with me and my team. You also have a Discord style mastermind. You also have us creating the ads for you. Exactly, I said it, like you download the funnel, you put your logo on it, we create the ads for you, and then we launch the business with you. Because I didn't want to kind of leave anything to chance. So it's all inside one platform if that's what you guys want to do. If not, you guys have the business, the supplier, the angles, and you guys can go ahead and do the legwork yourself, go and research, start building it. But take my advice. If this is something that you want to do yourself, don't deviate from what's working, because then when the sales don't come, and I've done so many of these funnel reviews where people are like, Ali, the sales aren't coming. I'm like, why did you change it so much? In fact, I had this call with somebody from my inner circle where we gave him one of these funnels, okay? And unfortunately, what he did was, because he was learning a lot, right? Because a lot of people that come in, they're learning a lot. They're learning from all these other mentors, all these other people. And he went ahead and made so many changes, and he thought he made it a lot better. And when I looked at his version of the same business, I was like, dude, that looks incredible. And I was so excited to see him test it. And it failed and it flopped. And when we went back to the original, which was a much simpler version, which was very close to the person that we modeled it from, his sales came back. Now that person's crossed over $10,000 in sales and is making profit every single day. So that little experiment showed me how important it is to model the original, which is what we always do. Find products that are close to the original as well. This product has insane margins. You buy it for $1 and you sell it for $50. Beautiful. So basically you have like $50 to get a customer on Facebook. And typically I'm thinking you're going to spend only $20-$30 because you're in a niche that has so many people. Like you have so many people that you can target. There's such a big demand for this out there. So I'm so excited to add this to white label dropshipping. For those of you guys who are already in there, go ahead, start researching and start launching this. A common question that I get about white label dropshipping. And by the way, when I use white label dropshipping, it means the store is ready. The only thing that's left for you is to add your logo to the dropshipping store and launch it. A common question that I get is, Ali, aren't all of your guys using it? Typically what happens is we keep white label dropshipping updated with a lot of stores every single week. So there's plenty for people to do. So it's not like all of the community is just launching one. But the thing is, nobody runs the same type of ads. Everybody goes ahead and approaches the market differently. Somebody goes in one angle, somebody goes in another angle. We know because, well, we make the ads for everybody. So we know that no two people are getting the same ads. And so people are definitely taking a business that is proven to work, but running them in a manner that's custom to them. So they get the best of both worlds. They get that base platform that is proven to work, but they can make it their own business. And this is, again, only meant to be a starting point, because once you start off this way and start, my goal, okay, 10K, 50K, 100K, like get you to that level where you're comfortable with money, you're comfortable with making sales. And then at that point, you'll be able to go dive into custom funnels. You'll be able to make funnels for yourself. You'll be able to understand what running a business is. And then you have that early confidence that we give you, and then you can skyrocket with us or on your own. So that's the whole community that we've designed. Again, white label dropshipping is available in the first link down below. Check it out. It is, I don't think anything like this exists. Whenever I show it to people inside of ecom, I do talk to a bunch of people in the niche itself. When I show it to people that are just getting started, and when they see what we've been able to develop, and there's so much more stuff that I haven't even gone through, but when people see what we've been able to develop here, they lose their minds. And of course, because nothing like this existed, even when I was starting dropshipping myself, like nothing like this existed. I had to do all the manual legwork. Like I had to find the products, I had to create the funnels, I had to write the copy, I had to do the images, I had to create the ads, I had to launch. There are 6 things that I had to do. All 6 things we take care of. All you have to do is decide what you want to call your brand name, slap that logo on the funnel, and launch it. That's pretty much all that's left. All right. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. And for any questions about white label dropshipping or the store, leave them in the comments below. I try to answer every single comment. Thank you so much. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.